fantastic night. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you. We'll see you again. You ready, Paul? Stuart?
Cien, siempre contigo. Yo soy Klau Tenorio, Klau se escribe con K, y como te prometí, hay muchísimas sorpresas relacionadas con el Festival Corona Capital. La primera de ellas, probablemente ya la estás viendo en redes sociales. Te recomiendo que entres a nuestro Facebook Stereo Cien MX, porque en este momento estamos teniendo un Facebook Live con un invitado muy especial de OMD. Voy a dejar que él se presente. Welcome.
Hello, I'm Paul Humphreys from OMD and I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
¿Qué tal la sorpresa? Paul Humphreys de OMD está aquí en cabina platicando con nosotros. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming to the radio station.
Oh, it's my pleasure, really.
Are you ready for being on the Festival Corona Capital?
Yeah, we're very excited to be back. I mean, we were here last, we played the Guadalajara one in 2019, but the last time we played the Corona Festival in Mexico City was in 2011, so it's a long time ago.
It's a long time,
yeah.
More than 10 years.
Yeah, and that was actually our first show in Mexico.
You didn't know you have so many fans in Mexico, right?
Well, this is the thing, we didn't know.
How can it be possible?
I know, but you know, I do remember we got up on stage and the first song we played was Secret, and it's a song I sing, and I remember we had no idea what to expect, and I started singing Secret, and the entire audience was singing Secret along with me, so loud I couldn't hear myself.
That's
so
something we did really good in Mexico. Sing loud, and dance really hard.
I know, and at that point we realized that we were kind of more successful here than we ever thought.
I have a question. It's almost about 40 years of career for OMD. How do you choose in between your albums or so many songs? Which one do you want to play every night on a show?
Yeah, it's very difficult. I mean, we've had so many hits. I mean, it depends what country we're playing in, because we do kind of focus on what songs were successful. We have different songs that were successful in different countries. So we first select those, what hits we had in those countries.
Yeah, great.
And then,
Good point.
Aside from that, it's, you know, we'll play some songs from our new album. Or we'll do a deep dive into our. I mean, we've done 15 albums. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
We can't play for hours and hours and hours because we're not
And
that
people
young anymore.
will be dancing with you, I'm sure.
Yeah. But you know, we will be playing songs that people expect to hear wherever we play.
Okay, so we're gonna have hits, and are we gonna have something, some kind of surprises? Did you prepare something different for?
Yeah, we
this
will
weekend?
have a couple of surprises.
Okay.
We're going to start with a surprise. And then,
Ok, nos está diciendo Paul Humphreys que él tiene algunas sorpresas para este fin de semana. Se van a estar presentando en el Viva Tent este sábado 15 de noviembre, 11:30 de la noche. Vamos a tener después la traducción de esta entrevista para no detenerla tanto. Dice, muchísimos álbumes de estudio, les estamos platicando acerca de cómo eligen ellos canciones para cada show. I would like to know, it's been 4 years playing together, creating music, about friendship. How is it to evolve your music, evolve your work, but also evolve a relationship, for example, with Andy?
Yeah, I mean, see, Andy and I, we went to primary school together. We've known each other since we were 7 years old.
Same school, okay.
So we went to school together, we were school friends, you know, so we're like brothers. You know, we've known each other our entire lives. We've had this incredibly unique experience from being kids. I mean, we signed our first record deal when I was 19, you know, so we spent our entire lives together, and yeah, we have a lot of mutual respect and love for each other, and that's why we keep going. I mean, we don't have to do this anymore, but we do it because we have fun doing it, and we're all great friends. I mean, there's 4 of us that play on stage, and we're all really great friends. We have a great laugh together. We're like a family. You know,
Yes,
so
it's wonderful.
family.
Yeah, I think that's the part that has been OMD so strong in this time. You don't have to really work on that part, as you say. No, it's like more the friendship, fitting your music, fitting the way you express yourself about instruments and all those things.
Yeah, I think so. And you know, with Andy and I, you know, we write a lot of the songs together, and you know, what's great about our partnership is that we kind of work in different areas. We bring two different things to the band, and the sum is better than the individual parts, I think.
Okay, and about these songs, which one has been the easiest to work together? Something that were like in minutes, you were understanding everything the other was saying.
What in terms of writing songs?
Yeah.
I think the best example of that is writing "If You Leave."
If You Leave.
If You Leave for the Pretty in Pink.
How was it?
It was interesting because we'd written a song originally for Pretty in Pink, and we arrived in Los Angeles with 2 days to mix it. And John Hughes, the director and producer, said, "Listen, guys, I've changed the end of the film, and your song doesn't work. Can you write us a new one?" And we had like 24 hours to write a new song.
Just 24 hours?
Yeah, and so we had to write "If You Leave" in 24 hours from scratch and record it.
It was
So,
like a live show or something.
Yeah, I mean,
Survival
it's
show.
actually the only song where I've just been sitting at a piano hammering out chords, and Andy's been scribbling down words. But it was a classic example of under pressure, we can deliver together as a unit. You know.
Wow, that's great. That's great communication. And tell me something about these kind of songs. Which one do you have a special memory?
Oh, songs. I mean, we've written so many songs, and it's like kind of choosing your favorite child, you know, because they're like our children, you know. But there's certain songs that mean a lot to me, you know. Souvenir was very important to me. Enola Gay was the first time we had like #1 hits in Europe. You know, I think, you know, it's very difficult to choose our favorite songs.
Okay,
really.
I'm not going to put you in my trouble. Something about the history of OMD that you would like to change, to say, that was not our best choice at that moment.
I think, you know, there was in the 80s we signed a terrible record deal, right? And so we were under a lot of pressure in the 80s to keep delivering records to keep the money coming in. So, you know, as the 80s went on, I think our records we had less and less time to make our records. And if there's anything I would change, would be to challenge the record company to give us more time for writing songs. And I think because we kind of in the 90s we imploded, you know, we stopped in the 90s for like a decade. We stopped doing anything. And I think that was because of all the pressure and the record deal that we were on created too much pressure for us, and it kind of imploded. So if I would change anything, I would change the record deal that we originally signed.
That deal.
Because it's
Well,
very
I guess
restricting.
that part of your history gave you experience to do different things
Absolutely.
now. And record industry has changed so much. How do you feel working now from that years and now? There is a big difference?
Yeah, I mean now the industry is unrecognizable from when we started. You know, there was records sales. You know, physical product
the
was
vinyls.
sold. So you know, when the digital revolution happened, it was both a blessing and a curse, really. You know, the curse was that, you know, the finances collapsed because people wanted their music for free.
For sure.
So that aspect, but the positive side of the digital revolution was that it opened up a whole world of music to people who, it's like, if you just look at OMD, you know, there's a whole world of people who have discovered OMD now that perhaps they wouldn't have with the digital revolution. You
More
know,
access to songs, to music, to
there's all these algorithms now. If you like this, you might like that. And we see when we tour the world, you know, and we see a lot of young people come to our shows. Like a lot of young people come to our shows.
You'll be playing this Saturday night at the same time that Chapel Room. Do you expect some young people on your stage?
It's going to be interesting to see how we compete. You know?
And you were talking about technology. This era is amazing about AI entering in music, entering in art. You make electronic music. The technology is part of your music. Are you using AI at some point? Are you?
Well, this is the thing. I've just started to explore what AI does. I mean, as a band, we were followers of technology, and so, you know, in the 70s, you know, cheap synthesizers came out. Japan were making like cheap synthesizers which enabled people without, you know, massive budgets to make electronic music. And then the technology developed, then computers came in, I mean, when we first started making music, there wasn't any computers. You know? That's how old we are.
Before computers.
And so we kind of got into the computer way of making music, and now of course there's AI. You know, people are very scared of AI, and perhaps for good reason. I don't know, but
we don't understand how far can it go.
Yeah, we don't understand how far it can go, and I'm kind of interested to push the boundaries of what it can do, not to generate music by itself, but to enhance what I'm doing and what Andy's doing, and you know, to use those tools to make better music, you know. So we'll see. We'll see.
You will let us know when you have that experiment ready, right?
You may hear it. You know?
Okay.
Let's see.
And I want to hear about this presentation on the Viva Tent tomorrow. No, on Saturday, not tomorrow.
Yes.
On Saturday. What can we expect? It's almost an hour and 10 minutes.
It's an hour and 10 minutes, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, obviously we like to play longer, but it's a festival, so we understand. So we will be playing every song that people will expect to hear, plus a few surprises, which I won't.
Okay, and I would like to close this conversation with a song, one of your emblematic songs, Enola Gay. Do you have a memory about Enola Gay?
Yeah, well, that song came. You see, we're from, Andy and I are from a generation that our parents were in the Second World War. Mm-hmm. You know, my father fought in the Second World War. He was a prisoner of war, and
wow.
The Nazis held my father a prisoner, and so we grew up with stories about the Second World War. So we, you know, it was part of our growing up, our childhood, our parents talking about it all the time, and it was through that we discovered the Enola Gay, and which of course was the aeroplane that dropped the atom bomb on Hiroshima, you know, which, you know, ended the war, you know, really in a way. So so we always kind of included. You know, we write love songs, but a lot of OMD songs are about things we're interested in. Mm-hmm. And in that period of time, we were interested in the Second World War, and we had like 5 different songs about the war. There was a song called Bunker Soldiers, the Messerschmitt Twins, you know. It was a theme for us because we were fascinated by that war. And so Enola Gay was part of it. And the whole story of Enola Gay, I mean, Tibbets, the pilot, named the plane after his mother. You know, he must have liked his mother very much, you know, and dropped an atom bomb to kill 100,000 people. So, you know, there was a fascinating story there. And so, you know, it's like we write songs multi-layered. You know, there's a tune you can dance to it, or there's a tune you can hum. But if you go deeper, there'll be lyrics and ideas that
to find the story.
To find a story, like a narrative, if you want it or not, you know.
Wow, thank you for this message. Please present Enola Gay.
Okay, I am Paul Humphreys, I'm from OMD, and this is one of our iconic songs, Enola Gay.